Sigma men are often misunderstood, and their unique point of view often makes other people confused. They feel like no one understands them, but that's okay. Even if it means going through life alone, they stick to their own morals and values. Here are 12 annoying truths you've likely had if you're a Sigma male. 1. Always being asked if you're okay. Sigma men are usually very serious, which can make it hard for other people to tell how they feel. People often ask them over and over again if they're okay, even when they're fine. They feel like others always doubt how they feel, which can be very frustrating. It would be great if people could just believe them when they say they're fine, but that doesn't happen very often. Even though Sigma males know that people are just trying to show concern by asking so many questions, it can be annoying to have to answer them all the time. Sigmas are often told to smile more, even if they are happy with the way they look right now. People think they're sad when, in fact, they're just thinking. 2. You said something very clear, but no one gets it. Sigma males know a lot, but they aren't always able to share it with other people. People usually don't understand them or take them seriously. It's annoying when you try to explain something to someone and they don't get it. When they talk about things they're passionate about, Sigma men often feel like they're talking to a brick wall. They know that they have a lot to offer, but it's hard to get other people to see it. This can be very frustrating, especially when they're trying to help someone who's having trouble. Sigma men are usually ahead of the curve, so they have to dumb down their ideas so that other people can understand them. This can be very annoying, but they have to do it because they have to. People will think they are crazy and not take them seriously if they don't do this. Sigma men are good at seeing what's really going on or what will happen in the long run. So they see problems that other people don't even know about. Because of this, people don't understand them and think they're weird or strange. 3. You look terrible in every single photo. When the camera is turned on them, many Sigma men don't feel the urge to smile with a big, cheesy grin. They think it's fine to just be happy without making a big deal about it. Sometimes their faces look like they're trying to grimace because they don't move or show any emotion. This flat face is so normal that when they are told to smile, it still surprises them. But then it gets worse when they try, which just makes them look like they were told to act happy for the camera while being held as hostages. Some Sigmas have figured out how to fake a smile, but most of them still look pretty awkward in pictures. This can be very annoying, especially when they're trying to take a nice picture with their significant other. 4. You know a better way, but no one will listen to you. Sigma males often know something that could make a big difference in a situation. They tell everyone what they know, but nobody believes them, and there are no good choices. Either you fight like a pushy jerk or you let someone else's problem ruin your day. It's something that most Sigmas do all the time. This can be very frustrating, especially when they know they are right. Even when they are trying to help other people, Sigma males have to deal with a lot of skepticism and doubt. People often don't want to change, even when the change is for the better. This can be very frustrating for Sigmas who just want to help people live better lives. 5. Having your private space invaded without your permission. Sigma men value being alone and having their own space more than anything else. This is because they are shy people who need time alone to recharge. After being around people for too long, they feel tired and need some time alone. People who are used to being around outgoing people can find this very frustrating. Sigma men have to explain to other people why they need time alone, which can be hard for some people to understand. They need time to think about their lives, which they can't do if they're always being interrupted. Sigma men often feel like they need to put up a wall to keep other people from getting too close to them. People might think they're rude or unfriendly, but they're just trying to keep their energy up. It's not that Sigmas don't like being around other people. They just need time to themselves to work well. They don't like it when unexpected people show up or when their routine is changed without warning. They do this because they like to be in charge of their time and environment. 6. You always find out about things last. Most of the time, Sigma men don't know what's going on in the world. This is because they don't want to make small talk or talk about other people. They would much rather be doing something useful or learning something new with their time. This can be very annoying, especially when everyone else seems to know what's going on except them. Sigma men feel like they live in their own world, which can make them feel very alone. But this doesn't bother them too much because they know they aren't missing anything important. They just have different priorities than everyone else and don't always care about the same things. When they're the only ones who don't know about a big news story, it's funny to many Sigma men. They just shrug and move on, knowing that there are more important things in life than what's going on in the world. Many Sigmas don't watch TV or read the news because they think it's a waste of time. Most of the time, they hear about new things from other people or by chance. 7. When someone tells you to calm down or cheer up when you already feel good. Sigma men tend to keep their feelings inside, which can make them seem cold or uninterested. But just because they don't show their emotions on the outside doesn't mean they don't feel them on the inside. Sigmas feel things more deeply than most people, but they don't show it the same way. People think that Sigma men are always angry or stressed out because of this. In reality, they are happy with their lives and don't need to smile for other people. Even when they feel great, their faces look pretty unhappy. This is because they think feelings are private and keep their feelings, even the good ones, to themselves. They don't see any reason to be happy all the time. Most of the things that make them happy are things they do for a reason, which other people don't see as fun. People often mistake their serious look for stress, worry, or pain. 8. You're always the one who doesn't fit in. Sigma men often feel like they don't belong in society as a whole. This is because they are not like everyone else. They don't follow the rules and do things their own way. They don't always go along with the crowd or act like everyone else. This can be very upsetting, especially if people are always judging them. Sigma men often feel like they have to explain to others why they made the decisions and choices they did. Being different isn't always a bad thing, and Sigmas know that. People are happy with being average, which can make a Sigma man feel like they live in the wrong world. This doesn't mean Sigmas are the smartest people in the world, though. Still, they tend to think differently than most people. They are more independent and self-reflective, which makes them feel even more like no one gets them. Most of the time, they find their place in life and build their own world around it. This can make them feel good and less alone in a world that doesn't make sense to them. 9. People often think you're arrogant when you're quiet. Sigma males are quiet men who don't talk much. People might think they are arrogant because they prefer to listen and watch. People think Sigmas are arrogant or think they're better than everyone else. This is the furthest thing from the truth. Sigmas just don't feel the need to talk about things that don't matter just to fill the silence. They have no problem listening to other people and taking in what they say. They seem unapproachable because of how quiet they are, but once you get to know them, you'll find that they're some of the most normal people you'll ever meet. They aren't rude, they just don't see the point in talking just to talk. They don't like small talk and don't like to make it. They would much rather have a deep conversation about something they care about. People just think they are rude when they don't say anything. This can be very frustrating for Sigmas because people who don't know them often get it wrong. They might not talk much, but when they do, what they say is usually interesting. Because they can think before they speak, they are often the voice of reason in a group. 10. Your mind is constantly wandering. Sigma males often have their heads in the clouds and are always thinking about something. People around them can find it annoying that they are always thinking or daydreaming. Not that Sigmas don't want to be there, but their minds are always going. They are always thinking about something, whether it's a problem they're trying to solve or a new idea they're working on. This constant thinking can be tiring, but it's also what makes Sigma males so creative and innovative. People who just want them to do the job can get annoyed by how often they come up with new ideas. This is also why they are so good at solving problems. They can always look at things in a different way and come up with new ways to do things. 11. You are often accused of not having any feelings. Most Sigma men have a tough exterior that can make them seem cold or heartless. This is because they don't hold back and aren't afraid to say what they think. They don't try to make things look better or make other people feel better. People might think they are heartless, but they are just being honest. They would rather tell you the truth, even if it hurts, than lie to you and make you feel better. Sigma men are very straightforward and can be very blunt. They don't believe in being vague and will tell you what they really think. Depending on the person, this can be a good or bad thing. Some people like how honest they are, but others find it annoying. But you can't say that they are lying either way. They are always clear and honest about what they want to do. But if a situation is bad enough, a Sigma will usually pull back into himself and try to find a way out by thinking about everything from the start. This can make them seem heartless, but it's just how their minds work. They don't have feelings. 12. You don't require a lot to be happy. Sigma men tend to be happiest when they don't have a lot of stuff around them. They are happy without having a lot of things or a lot of people in their lives. They are happy doing their own things and don't need anyone else to keep them busy. This can be hard to understand for other people. They are the lone wolves of society and don't mind being by themselves. People often have to explain to them that they're not lonely, they just like being by themselves. Most of the time, they live a simple life and don't need much to get by. Sigma men like things to be simple and enjoy the small things in life. They are some of the happiest people you'll ever meet because of this. They don't brag about what they have and don't try to keep up with the Joneses. You can't tell the difference between a normal Sigma and a rich one because of this, because they don't let their things make them who they are.